what he was told. He was an obedient child. And you went and laid. Now tell me, have you ever experienced that realistically? Your children come say, did you
yeah.
Did you say my name?
All of mine.
See, church babies go through that.
Yeah.
Because whether we know it or not, we're training them to hear God, but we never teach them to really hear it.
All right.
That sounds like a double thing, don't it? We tell them, you need to be saved. You need to hear God. And then when they start hearing them, don't lay down. You on my nerves now. I just got off work. I'm fixing dinner. Leave me alone.
That's right.
I can't tell you need salvation. And when God is putting on your heart, I'm sending you every other place.
That's right. Teachers.
So moving on, Samuel went and he went into bed. Lay down. Have it again, Quentin. At this point, I can imagine Samuel. I don't care how obedient you are. Now I know you called me. Get up out this bed and I'm going to see what he wants. But this is foolishness. He went back. Sir, you called me? You realize from the room to here, the whole story changes. There ain't nowhere in the world I'm rolling my eyes, I'm rolling my neck and my mom and dad.
No.
But by that time it changed. You called me again, sir? He said, no. Lay down. Now at this time, I believe Eli's mind began to start working. But it happened again. He sent him back to bed. He went and laid down. He came back. He said, you called me. I know you called me. Now at this time, the scripture says, Eli perceived that the Lord was calling him. How many times is it going to take for us to perceive that it's God pulling on our children before we say, you know what, I'm going to tell you what to do to hear from him. So he told him, go and lay down. And all I want you to do the next time you hear it is say, speak, Lord.
Speak, Lord.
Thy servant hears. Say that when we say, speak, Lord.
Speak, Lord.
Thy servant hears. Say, speak, Lord.
Speak, Lord.
Thy servant hears.
Thy servant hears.
Now you need to be prepared for what God is going to say to you. Because once you open yourself up to God in that way, he will begin to speak.
Yes, Lord Jesus.
He will begin to show us just what we need. And the scripture goes on to say that not only did the Lord speak to Samuel, but the word he gave Samuel was a word of rebuke and correction, not just for Eli, but for Israel. Because when the priest got in order, the rest of everyone else would too. And God began to use him. And the scripture said that he began to minister before Eli.
That's right.
And he began to do the work of a priest. And not just a priest, but a prophet. And when he carried the mantle, the people knew that he was anointed. So we see him as a child. And we see him as an adult. But what does that have to do with our young people? Once again, I come back and I say God has prepared greatness for each one of you. We're getting ready to do our altar call. I think that's the shortest I've ever. Thank the Lord. We're getting ready to do our altar call. And as we begin to pray, there are certain people I'm calling first, and then we'll do a general prayer. Come here, Sister Bree. Come on, baby. Come on, Sister Vonda. When I call a child, I call their parent too. Come on, Sister Unique. Come on, Sister Tasha. Come on, Sister Jasmine. Come on, Sister Griffin. Yes, God. He's asleep. I'm not going to move him. Sister Green, do me a favor and stand for the trees.
Yes.